All right, welcome back, everybody, to another fun-filled episode of the Average Overlanders podcast. I'm Jared.
And I'm Ben.
And we've been gone maybe not that long.
Just 1 week. We just took a week off.
A little week off.
We're allowed to do that.
Come on, everybody needs a break once in a while, you know.
Well, yeah, we definitely needed it.
Yeah.
We hosted an event the week before. Then there was a couple
other
things
events
going on. Yeah, like there was like the Jeep thing on Wednesday in Temecula, and then you went up to the Toyo event up in Big Bear, Holcomb Valley.
Yeah.
You know, so we've been pretty busy. Mini
Cooper meetup.
Yeah, I went to a Mini Cooper meetup, which was kind of weird because it was on September 30th, which is the day before October, and it was like a Halloween theme.
Oh, a little early, but
yeah, I was like, you're a month early, guys, but no, it was cool. There wasn't that many people that showed up because it was supposed to rain, and I think you actually caught weather.
Yeah,
when you're up in Big Bear, but there was only 3 contestants, and I was one of them.
Oh, for real?
So I got these. I won 3rd place because I really didn't put any effort into it. I literally bought a skeleton, and he's sitting in the passenger seat. That's all I did. But the other 2 guys did a really good job. Nice. I won these Mini Cooper socks. It's like they're black socks, and then they have like red Mini Coopers on. I was like, oh, it's perfect.
It's perfect. Yeah. Nice.
So we got another run coming up for the Mini Club on the 14th. Obviously not relevant to this podcast, but it's actually going to an area that it's a really scenic drive up in the Santa Barbara area, all the way through the wine country.
Oh, nice.
And it ends at like Solvang.
Oh, that'd be bitching.
Yeah. But it's only it's like a day trip. And I'm like, God, I want to make it like stay the night.
Just get a hotel up there and then just go cruise somewhere else. Or throw the shift pod in there.
Yeah, shift pod mini. Yeah, dude. Yeah. So, but other than that, I mean, that we've had a lot of events. We've been real busy.
That one dude had a rad little Mini Cooper in your story. That was part
next yeah. He took the Mini Cooper that I have and used it as inspiration and literally kind of like copied it.
Yeah, he had that same fucking
his
front bumper was similar, and it looked rad. He did a good job.
He borrowed a tube. He's actually, I'm not going to say his name, so it's okay that I say this, but he's works for the Navy.
Okay,
and he is a nuclear engineer, basically. So basically, he works on the battleships that are nuclear powered.
All right.
So,
smart dude.
Yeah, he's super smart engineer dude, and so he borrowed a tube bender and started like fabricating all this stuff just because he wanted to.
Nice.
And he has like 4 minis, by the way.
Oh shit.
And he lifted this one with the old lift that I used to have.
Oh, okay.
The JCW Works or whatever it is, and then he lifted it. He has one thing that I don't have that I want. He's got a rear bumper.
Oh, that's right. I've never seen that.
He uses the real bumper, and then he cut out these areas, and then he built a tube bumper that like kind of protects the back.
Yeah, it looked pretty clean.
Yeah, but it's not very rally of him.
Oh, they don't have...
Rallies doesn't have like those
rear bumper?
metal bumpers. Like it's not like a cage bumper like that.
Do they just have the stock bumpers?
Well, they have like custom bumpers for their body kits they use for aero, but they don't necessarily have a metal bumper. They don't even have a metal front bumper. Really?
Well, I mean, you got like a little Stinger bumper on.
I have a Stinger bumper, but anyways, I'm trying to turn mine to more rally-ish.
Yeah.
I'm doing a tribute to the 73 or 67 Monte Carlo edition rally.
All right.
It's pretty cool because it had like the roof rack with the 2 spare tires up there, but those are like 12-inch rims.
Yeah, they're
it's like smaller than a UTV tire, man. It was like super small, so I can see that happening. But anyways,
got one up there.
Yeah. But we'll talk about the Mini later. But Lil Smokies, man.
Yeah, that was so much fun.
It was.
It turned out like we were stressed out, like literally driving up there, like just like the whole time. She's like, "It'll be fine. It'll be fine." I was just stressing out the entire time.
Why were you stressing, dude?
I just wanted everybody to have a good time, dude.
You're stressing that people weren't going to have a good time.
Absolutely.
I always stress about that too.
Exactly. I'm inviting people out to hang out with us, and I wanted them to, not be bored, not to be like, I don't know. I just wanted.
I don't think anyone was bored.
I've had so many people come up, or outside of that, and be like, dude, we had so much fun last weekend, or this or that, So like, and like legitly, not just trying to be like, oh, yeah, thanks for doing that. It was nice. No, everybody had like a blast, I think.
Yeah, I mean, if they didn't have a good time, they didn't say anything.
No, true that.
So.
True that.
Like I said,
I know I had a good time. So
yeah, I was pretty stressed out, and then once I got up there, man, once those tires hit the dirt, I was just like, you know what? screw everything that's going on in my personal life. I'll just, have a good time. And, drove up there and I want to give a shout out to Norm because he's like, hey, what time are you going up on the day that we went up? And, I was like, man, I got to get up there early because we got to secure that extra campsite because we were going to have a lot of people. And if you listen to a previous episode, we talk about kind of like the parking situation. It wasn't as much as what they said it was. Yeah. Therefore, we were going to try to secure the Yellow Post site that was literally walking distance. Yeah, it was a hard walk.
Well, we probably all needed it.
Yeah, no, we needed it. But it was within walking distance of our main camp. Yeah. So it was perfect. And so I was like, man, I got to get up there early. And he's like, yeah, I'll meet you up there. And he ended up beating me up there. And he secured the campsite. So big shout out to Norm.
Yep.
And we hung out and we started drinking at like 9 a.m. or 8 a.m. or whatever. It was 8 a.m. Yeah. He was already having like a Modelo by the time I got up there, dude. I was like, oh, nice. Man. I said, oh, this is what we're doing then.
All right.
He's like, yeah, man, let's grab a beer. And then I busted out my cornhole and then we were playing cornhole. It was like 9 a.m. We're drinking beers, playing cornhole,
the
man.
Mountains, dude. It's rad.
Yeah, dude. Because I watched a little Instagram reel that was talking about how this girl was like, you know what I love about camping? You can drink beer at any time of day. No one's going to question you.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
And that was Norm and I. We were already lit by the time people started showing up. So we told people not to show up till 2 because we didn't know that we couldn't get in the gate. Oh, actually, we said 3 because I get access at 2.
Yeah, they give you a combo for the lock and stuff.
Which they never gave me.
How'd you get in?
Well, we saw a ranger drive by and we're like, WTF, man, I need the code. And he's like, yeah, we just put a new lock on there on Tuesday. And I was like, yeah, because the weekend before the people smashed the lock.
Right? Fucking shitheads, dude.
I know.
That was lame.
He's like, wait, did you get their license plate? I was like, no, dude, they were very sketchy about us taking video or pictures of the area. They told us not to take videos and pictures. I was like, yeah, because they were up there, like they didn't reserve it. Somebody else did.
So to preface it, Ben and Sean went up there.
Chef Sean
went up there the weekend prior just to check out the area. And there were people there.
And it was rented out and we assumed it was theirs. But when we got up there, they were like, oh yeah, we just decided to camp up here. And then that was like the girls I was talking to. And then we were like, okay, well, we're just going to take some pictures of the area just so we know like how the layout works. Like, no, they were like real sketchy about us taking pictures because now we know why.
Yeah.
But then as we were about to leave, because they were being all kind of sketchy, and plus we didn't want to bug them because we thought it was their campsite, but it wasn't. As we're leaving, one of the guys shows up. He's like, oh, hey, whatever. And we were talking to him and he was like, I was like, how'd you get in? Did they give you a code? Because I'm just trying to figure out what's the process. Do they send you an email with the code? Do I have to like request? Like, what's the deal? Right. And he's like, are you a cop? Right then I knew. I was like, okay. No, but what? So I was like, no. And he goes, okay, well, I broke the lock to get in. I used my hammer. And I was like,
what a piece of shit.
I know. I'm like, all right. And he's like, yeah, because, we didn't want to carry all of our stuff. And I was like, yeah, but they send you a code. He's like, what are you talking about? I was like, you obviously didn't rent this place. Yeah. Right. So anyways,
don't be that guy.
He broke the lock. So anyways, I saw the ranger when he was driving by and Norm and I flagged him down. And then he basically said, oh yeah, here's the new code. And I was like, all right, cool. So that's why I had the code early. But he had his guy. Okay, so here's the other thing. That weekend, we went up there to check out the parking situation. There's the down tree that we mentioned on the last episode.
Oh, yeah.
And the down tree took up like half of the lower parking lot.
Yeah.
And we were like, oh, man. And so we asked the ranger last week. We were like, oh, hey, can like you guys chop that up or what? Basically.
We got a big crowd coming.
We even told him and was like, can we chop it up? Because we got chainsaws, we got winches. Right. Like we can chop it up, man.
Yeah, I'd actually like to.
Yeah, it would be fun. Can us Overlanders use our gear, please? And he said no. And he said, no, you'll get a huge fine. It's the same as cutting down a tree in the forest. And I asked him why, and he's like, well, he said basically what it has to do with is insects and pests and everything else. If you disturb it and then move it to somewhere that they don't want you to move it to, then all of a sudden you could infect other trees.
Yeah.
So like, I get it, but at the same time, we wanted it gone. Well, when we stopped the ranger, he's like, oh yeah, I had my guy this week chop it up and he misunderstood my instructions because I told him to chop it all up and haul it out, but he didn't haul it out. He just chopped off the limbs. And I was like, oh, okay. So we still had a huge trunk there.
Yeah.
But all the limbs were chopped up and moved out of the way.
No, that was nice because that actually opened up a big, parking area where a lot of us actually were able to park there instead, so that was kind of nice.
Yeah. So anyways, the Forest Service definitely did what they could for us, and we appreciate that. So he gave me the code. I mean, I'm glad I stopped him because recreation.gov, where I reserved the site, didn't send me an email with anything.
Got nothing. Yeah.
Nothing, dude. Like, I mean, imagine if I didn't see a ranger.
Yeah, everybody else just sitting out there like, so what the fuck? We'd be out there smashing it with a hammer.
We'd have to bust out some hammers, dude. So it's like, no wonder people are smashing it because you don't send them the codes.
Yeah.
So anyway, codes to appropriate people like myself who actually
pay for it.
Yeah. So that was the morning, and people started showing up at like noon.
Yeah, like Bryson
stuff.
and Judy took the whole day off. They came up early.
Yeah, they rolled in and they brought their kids, and we were all hanging out for a little bit. The upper site, they decided to camp up there.
That's right. Yeah, because they stayed up there. Yeah.
Yeah, and then Allison and her husband, Charming Forerunner, they came and with their 3 dogs and Ray.
He had his
came
Jeep and she had
Jeep.
the Forerunner and
Yeah, they all camped up in the upper spot, and then we had some ladies' night campout ladies.
Yeah, that was rad.
2 of them from Arizona.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
They supported us, so we appreciate that. Dulcie Cat, shout out. And the other one is Poppy. She's got a really long Instagram handle. It was like Poppy the something TRD. I'm gonna look it up because it's gonna bother me if I don't. But she seemed really cool.
They're all really cool. Yeah.
She was a lot of fun. So it is.
Oh, you got it. Okay.
Poppy the Jeep Trigger TRD.
That's a long one.
Yeah. So she has a Jeep, which is what she drove to Lil Smokies. And apparently she also has a Toyota at home, some sort of TRD. I think it's a Tacoma. I could be wrong. So anyways, totally awesome. Thanks for coming out. And then also Sandy Jeep Adventures. She came up from San Diego area.
Yeah.
San Diego. Sorry, I won't do the Anchorman line. Unless you want to talk about Sex Panther. 60% of the time, it works every time. But so Ladies Night Campout ladies came up. It was super awesome to hang out with them. Had a lot of blast.
That was day 1, right?
Yeah, day 1. Everybody just like kind of rolled in.
I got there day 1.
Yeah, you did it the night. Everybody was already there, and then Jared's like, "Oh, I'm here."
Whatever. No, I was like, people showed up after me. No, I got there probably like 5 o'clock, I think.
Yeah.
I had to wait till after work, so I got there.
Yeah, it's stupid me. I thought that I was like trying to reserve space, like flat space for tent campers. Nobody tent camp except for me.
Yeah,
Sean,
we're all Overlanders. We all got rooftop tents.
Sean had a Gazelle. I have my Mountain Hatch swag tent, which I'm just going to sell.
A couple of people ground tented, like Tony, Adventure Power Solutions. They had the Overlandish.
Yep. He camped tent camp, but he camped in the parking lot with his tent because he had his kid and he had to be right next to his truck. Then you had Charming Forerunner brought their like special high altitude tent. I don't know. She was trying to explain to me, but I was way too hammered to understand. So like I said, we had a good time. So there's only a couple of tent campers. My point is that I camped up at the very top of the hill.
That's right.
Because it had a great view and it was a big flat area and there was a fort next to it.
Dude, it was a legit fort.
Fort.
Like they're filming like Survivor Man up there or some shit.
Yeah, and Sandy Jeep still owes me a hot boxing in that fort, dude. Like we never actually did it. Yeah. But But yeah, so I carted all my stuff up there, and then I ended up being the only one on top of this mountain all by myself.
That's right. But, yeah, like the last day, you're like, yeah, we were helping you. I'm like, where the fuck did you camp, dude? I didn't even know the whole time where you were the entire time because I couldn't even see your tent. It was so far up there.
And plus, I had the Mountain Hatch, which is like the
low to the ground,
gray, and it's low to the ground. It blended in with all the rocks up there, the boulders. Yeah, but something did walk by my tent. I'm just pretending it's a raccoon because. What if it was a bear?
Nah.
No, there was no bears up there. What about a mountain lion?
It could have been a mountain lion.
It would have purred.
Would it?
That kitty would have been like, meow, who's that? Is that Sex Panther?
It is.
So I just heard something rustling around my tent because I could hear it walking on my big tarp that I laid out.
Oh, yeah.
So I could hear it. I was like, it didn't sound big. It just sounded like a little raccoon or something.
There's all kinds of little squirrels and ground.
It was bigger than a squirrel.
You think so? Okay.
Yeah, because a squirrel would have been like a little but a raccoon was like
A little heavier paw.
a little heavier paw. All right. You like my sound effects.
Good, dude.
Yeah. It was a raccoon. That's what I'm gonna pretend. But yeah, so I was all by my lonesome, and then Friday night we set up the movie because we're gonna have movie night. Well,
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Sean had brought his projector, and we discussed it. I could have brought mine,
Yeah.
which I've used. I know it works and everything. The speaker's loud enough and everything. It's a little bit bigger, but the problem is it sucks energy like crazy. So Sean was like, "Hey, I got this like smaller one that's super efficient." I was like, "All right, cool. Let's use that." Well, I assumed that we could just Bluetooth connect and dongle video connect. No go. Can't do two at once.
Didn't like that.
So yeah, so then it would just put audio to the little projector. Well, come to find out, that was a little miniature speaker where the fan that was keeping the projector
is louder
than the speakers. So that was a bust. We didn't know that. We should have been better prepared.
Yeah, we should get to test run it. Yeah.
Well, I should have brought my aux cord, the 3.5 millimeter jack.
But you didn't know you're going to need it.
I didn't know I was going to need it because I brought a speaker that I was going to Bluetooth to.
Yeah.
Anyways. Plus, it was kind of drizzly. It wasn't rainy, but it was like kind of drizzly.
It was nice though. Like drive up, it was just kind of a little misty and stuff, and you get up and then cooler temperatures and like a light little misty rain. It was rad.
It added to the effect if we had like a horror movie.
Oh, dude, it'd been rad.
But we had kids.
Yeah.
So
yeah, there was a lot of kids up there. It was cool.
We watched The Great Outdoors on Saturday night when our good friend Tony Gomez brought us up an aux cord.
Yep.
He saved the weekend.
Yep.
I'd like to say
save the movie.
Save the movie. All the kids watched it. None of the adults watched it except for me.
Yeah, I kicked it with you. You and
okay.
I. It was you, me, and I think Chef Sean was with me.
Yeah, Sean.
And then just all the kids, and then everybody else went to the other campfire. And
they were all hanging out, but they were
like,
drinking.
Perfect. They're gonna babysit.
Yeah, maybe. Hey, I didn't care. I was watching Great Outdoors, dude.
Kids
that was
were
such
laughing.
A great movie.
Oh, dude, it was rad seeing the kids laugh at all some of the scenes. Like, oh my god, do you see the bear's butt? It's bald.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Dude, Sean and I both fell asleep during that movie.
Oh, did you really? I stayed awake.
Sean was like, I saw you sleeping. And I was like, wait, I saw you sleeping. So how you see me sleeping?
I thought you guys passed out during the second movie. I didn't even realize.
Oh, Lego movie.
Yeah.
We put on Lego Batman.
Yeah.
That's what we put on.
Yeah, the kids were enjoying that one.
Yeah. I was trying to watch my like UFO missing suspicious disappearances type of documentary.
Oh.
It's really good. It's like rescue or missing 411. Oh, dude, it's so good, especially up in the mountains.
All creepy and shit.
It would have been really creepy on Friday night with the mist and everything. We didn't get to it because A, I was way too tired, and B, nobody else wanted to watch it because everybody else went to bed by that time.
Oh yeah.
So it was one of those deals. But hey, save it for next time.
Yeah.
And we'll bring Blair Witch as well.
Yeah, we'll do some spooky movies too.
So, movie was saved by Tony Gomez and Sean. Thank you for the projector. It was way more fuel efficient, if you will.
It was.
And yeah, the projector screen worked, so it was a good time. We can watch movies in the woods.
We need to figure out a way to anchor it down better, though. The wind was blowing.
It's got tie downs.
Yeah, oh yeah, that's right. We're just too lazy. That's what it was. We made it work.
We made it work.
Yeah.
But good times.
Yeah.
So
a lot of people showed up. We're stoked that did.
Yeah, a lot of people couldn't show up.
A lot of people, not everybody that signed up showed up just because life happens and stuff. We signed up.
Secondhand Overland was going to come out from Arizona, but he couldn't make it. Something came up.
Yeah, good to see him.
He hit me up, but I didn't have service, so I didn't get his I can't make it text. But he was supposed to come, but like you said, life gets in the way. AIM, our loyal listener, AIM, he was going to come up, but the night before he was like, dude, my truck is like broken. It's in the shop.
I think he's still waiting for parts.
Well, it doesn't surprise me because of the auto workers union debacle.
Yeah.
I don't even know what's going on with that. I just know people are like, I'm not working.
Yeah.
It's like, okay. So we're low on parts.
Yeah. It's tough out there.
Yay.
Always.
If it's not inflation,
it's something.
It's no parts available for my 4x4. I had to wait like a long time for mine too. I'm lucky I got it before they went on strike.
All around, it's freaking hard to get stuff. Ooh.
Yeah, and auto prices are going up.
Yeah.
Too bad economy's going down, so it kind of levels it out of the
Perfect.
prices.
Does it?
I don't know. I'll pretend it
Gas
does.
is up, but
gas is up.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
Yeah, I'm stoked that all the people who did showed up because I think everybody clicked and meshed well. Everybody was like hanging.
There was some new people too.
Yeah, there's a lot of people I haven't met. Alex and what was his wife's name? The other daughter. I'm so bad.
Oh, you're talking about the guy with the first gen taco.
Yeah, exactly.
Who won third place in the Cookoff.
Yep, they did.
Dude, we'll get to that.
Yeah, we'll get to that. But
dude, I haven't eaten yet today. And what time is it? It's 7:24.
Okay.
At night. I haven't eaten yet today. But yeah, no, there was some new people that showed up, some listeners.
Yeah, it was cool.
There was the guy with, I'm terrible with names.
Same.
It is Greg's friend who has
Jason.
Is Jason?
Yeah.
All right, there we go.
You're welcome.
He had a full size.
I saw him this weekend also at Toyo.
Oh, that's why.
Yeah.
Cheater.
No, I remembered it.
Well, he's got a full size. It was so funny because it's all overlanded out, and he's like, "Yeah, I'm not really an overlander. I just kind of went camping." And then he's like, "I bought all this cool gear," and now he's selling it all. He's got that huge Smitty belt for a person adult tent. Yeah, he's like selling. It's like $1,000 for the thing. No,
I think not the whole like setup and truck. He's just doing a different setup.
Well, he's selling his deck system. And he said it's time for a new vehicle.
He was telling me something else he was going to do with it, maybe, but okay, maybe I'm
They'll probably use it as like a work truck or something like that. Yeah. That's really what it's an HD. It's like a 3500 Chevy.
Yeah, it's let's see his Instagram.
Adventure in Style or something.
Yeah, actually, adv.in.style. Yeah, Adventure in Style.
Yeah,
it's a 22 Silverado 2500 HD.
2500, not 3500. Sorry.
Yep,
my bad.
Yeah, but no, yeah. First time meeting him.
Yeah, he was a nice guy.
Yeah.
What else?
Chateau Tacoma obviously showed up and went all out as always.
Yeah, we'll get to the food stuff.
Yeah, well, I wasn't even talking about that, but just their usual setup is all out.
I'll tell you what, that's the first time I've been camping with them. Like I've seen them at events, and I've seen their Chateau de Ridiculoso setup, which I'm not dogging it. I love it. I'm jealous. Yeah. They got a freaking microwave on the back. But they made me coffee in the morning and stuff. Oh. Dude, they're awesome. But first time camping with them, had a blast. They're insanely cool to hang out with.
Yeah, so much fun. And they camp us out. They had the e-bikes out, so they were just cruising back and forth to the other camp.
Oh yeah, dude,
no problem. Yeah,
yeah. Johnny was riding that big old wheeled one. He rode it up to the upper camp, and he's like, "What's up?" I was like, "I'm so jealous."
Oh, dude, yeah. They're actually talking about maybe getting something bigger.
Vehicle wise?
Yeah.
Oh my God, they should.
They somehow managed to pack everything into that Tacoma, but they could use some more space. It'd be rad.
People don't like the new Tundra, so I don't know if they would get a Tundra.
No, I don't think they would go that route, but they were talking about.
Do you have an idea?
I don't want to talk about it. Yeah.
You don't want to talk about it.
I don't talk about
it. Are you under embargo?
I signed a non-disclosure NDA. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah. Okay. Well, maybe you won't even tell me after the podcast. I don't know.
Maybe I don't know.
Well, I do agree. They need something bigger.
To get into here.
Yeah, they need something bigger because they need something with enough power to haul all that stuff.
Yeah, I mean, and then they could spread it out a little more. I mean, they've got the thing so dialed right now. They know where everything is. It's just every nook and cranny is filled, and they did it well. But yeah,
it's very well thought out.
Oh yeah.
And they have a 270 awning. I mean, dude, we'll get.
Anyways, yeah.
They got a really cool setup. We'll leave it at that.
Figured out, yeah.
But then also Tony from Adventure Power Solutions who came up.
Dude,
this guy rolls. Okay, first of all, let me just tell this story because we were up at the upper campsite and we see everybody rolling in or whatever, and they're kind of finding their own spots down there or whatever. I should have been down there to be like, oh, park over here, but it was self-explanatory. You weren't even there yet.
I was there when Tony got there.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Okay. So anyways, I see him rolling in. I'm like, who's driving this Raptor? Like, what the fuck? I was waiting for my Colorado bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because he had a diesel version of mine, and with the Habitat that he got from They drive a Tacoma. What's their name? They've been on our show. It's Miley and Randy. What's their...
Oh, Open Road for Two?
Open Road for Two.
Oh, he bought the Habitat off of them?
Yeah, that's where they
I didn't know that. Oh, because he had the GFC before.
Yeah, he had the GFC.
That's right. You're okay.
And anyways, he got the Habitat, and then he's like, you know what? I want a full size. And then he went to a Raptor because he's a pre-runner guy. He's a desert guy.
Yeah, desert rat. Yeah.
Yeah, so...
at heart.
Yeah. But he got a killer deal that he couldn't pass up on this Raptor. So, like, I don't blame him.
No. Yeah.
Like, I would have done the same thing. That thing was insanely built. It's not your normal Raptor.
No, it's already done.
It's got the 6.2.
Yeah.
So it's like everybody's like, oh, I want the twin turbo V6 because it's faster and more horsepower. But you know what, dude? It doesn't sound like a monster V8 that just is angry as hell. And I don't care about horsepower and all that stuff, dude. I'd rather have a first gen.
Yeah, I think it was nice.
Naturally aspirated. It's got a solid motor. And then you have the suspension. He's got like more money in that suspension than what he paid for the vehicle, basically.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he's got a full bed cage and stuff like that in it. And well, not full cage, but he's got a, for the hoops and everything coming up.
He's got hoops inside the bed. Yeah, so it's more than the average bear. So he got a killer Raptor, man. I was super stoked.
It's funny because he has a bitchin' freaking Ford Explorer that's all pre-run out. I thought that's what he's going to drive.
That's what I thought he was going to drive up too.
And then I see this guy, same thing, pulled up in a Raptor. I'm like, who the fuck is this guy? And I look, I'm like, wait a minute.
That's Tony.
What is Yeah. Just worked out.
Yeah, and by the way, Tony leaves his tools at camp, so...
Oh, yeah. We're holding it hostage.
Yeah, I got it. I'm actually going to see him at the end of October because he's going to wire up all my lights on my Mini Cooper finally.
Finally?
Yeah.
A year later?
Well, he would have done it sooner. I just never asked him, but yeah, we're going to wire up all the lights and got the trigger control unit, so it should be pretty easy, straightforward. Just run wire.
Easy plug and play, yeah.
Yeah, so then I'll have lights on the Mini Cooper that add to the new changes I'm making on it, which we'll talk about later. So, so Tony came up in a Raptor, wasn't expecting that. And then who else? I mean, we had the usual suspects.
Yeah, as is Overland.
Yeah.
Eric.
Tony, saved the day. And he brought his dog, Twig Rig.
Adam, he
always a good time. Sergio made an appearance.
He came out for Friday, but he had to leave Saturday morning.
Yeah, because
he had
a birthday party for a family member. Then he had his anniversary. So, dude, I'm surprised he was able to get away anyway.
Just to see him for the day was cool. So that was rad.
Yeah, he's a good dude. I like him.
Yeah.
And then we had Greg. Who was there. He brought his kid, which is cool because there were some kids to play with.
Yeah. That was actually nice. Yeah, because there was a grip of kids. I think they were at... Oh, then Jason with Opt Off Road.
Oh, God. I can't believe I forgot. Yeah, he
showed
rolled up Saturday.
Late Saturday.
He had other things and commitments going on during the day, but he rolled up in his F-150.
Yeah, it was cool to see all of a sudden more people start showing up.
He's not even an Overlander.
Yeah, he showed up to hang out.
Yeah, he just is like, he's like, hey guys, because I invited him up because his wife was out training for the Rebel.
Yeah, I was gonna say his wife ditched him.
So he was like, I'll take the kids and hang out with Lil Smokies. Yeah. And so he also wanted to try out his new soft topper extension.
Oh yeah, that was pretty sweet.
Was actually really cool.
Yeah.
So he has a soft topper extension.
Comes off like the back of the truck, basically.
Yeah, fold the tailgate down and it has like this kind of annex looking thing. Yeah. Yeah, it worked out for him. Him and the two kids slept in there. They had a good time.
Yeah, stay pretty warm.
Yeah, but Opt Off Road, appreciate them coming out.
Yeah,
go out and support them for all your truck parts. They're really dialed in with the suspension stuff, especially for Toyotas.
No.
So appreciate him coming out. He brought donuts from.
Oh, that's right.
From the donut shop he always frequents, which is a really good donut shop.
The local shop down there.
Yeah, he's like, oh yeah, I got some donuts, and this is on Sunday morning. I was like, shit, dude, that sounds amazing right now. Yeah. So yeah, but anyways, beyond all the people, we had Robert Botus Jerky.
Botus Jerky show. That was the first time we actually got to camp with him, which was rad.
Yeah, and I didn't get to hang out and spend much time with him, but. Man, his dish was so good. I wanted to go back and have.
He actually used some Little Smokies, which was funny. He's the only person that actually incorporated them, which was rad.
Was he the only?
I think so.
Because he said he incorporated Chinese.
Oh, they were different?
Chinese sausages. I don't know. But there is a difference because Cambodian Firecracker, who also competed, she's like, oh, yeah, that's the same ingredient I use when I make my fried rice. So
oh no, but he did that. He had that and the fried rice was that one you're talking about. But then he also had a dish of the Little Smokies on the side as well.
Yeah. So, well, I mean, yeah. At the end of the day, lots of cool people showed up. Really appreciate everybody coming out.
Yeah.
Who else? Oh, geez, Daisy. Excuse you.
Eric with F-150 White Walker.
Oh, duh.
Yeah, and his buddy, I can't remember.
He had a killer Tacoma.
His Tacoma was sick, though. Yeah, he had a nice Tacoma, his buddy.
He had Starlink out there.
Yeah, he's the only fool who showed up at Starlink. We're all like, I got a bar if you stand by the shitters. And he's like, I got Starlink.
Yeah, but no, the reason I forgot about F-150 White Walker is because he showed up the second day. I was just going through my head the first day.
Timeline,
super big shout out to him because, let's get into the cooking stuff because Let's dive in because that's really what we went up there for is to hang out with the people
Obviously.
And the food.
People and the food, like you always say. That.
Yep. F-150 White Walker brought killer cutting boards.
Dude. They're
killer. Rad. Everybody's like, oh my God.
Yeah.
And you know what one of the comments that stood out to me, they said, I don't care if I win. I already won because I got a cutting board. Because they said, I got this really nice cutting board. I was like, yeah, man.
Yeah. Well, I think like Greg and Jason, both of them weren't going to enter and they saw the cutting boards. They're like, oh yeah, no, we're entering. They're like, what do we got in our cooler?
And you know what? They actually came up with some creative dishes, dude. And I will say that mac and cheese.
Well, we haven't even disclosed like what our secret ingredients were or anything like that. Do you want to do that first?
Oh yeah, let's do that first.
Okay. I'll let you do that.
Okay. So Sean and I, and Adam Twigrig, we were sitting at the barn, which is where Sean works. So shout out to the barn.
Yeah.
He took us there. We were planning Lil Smokies about a month and a half ago. And we were like, what should we use for secret ingredients? Because Lil Smokies is too much on the head.
It's too easy.
Too obvious. But there was bonus points for that. But at least in my book. And he's like, you know what? Like, since they're making two dishes, they have to either make an appetizer or a dessert, but they have to make an entree.
Yes.
So, but they could choose from the appetizer or dessert. And like what could go with either one of those? And we were talking about a bunch of different ingredients, but one of the ingredients was an apple.
An apple.
Yeah. Use it however you want. You can make apple sauce. You can slice it up. It could be a garnish. It could, extract it for juice. I mean, I don't know, like whatever you want to do.
Yeah.
Yeah. And an apple's pretty universal, and I brought up a bunch of apples. I brought anywhere from green apples that were sour all the way to like Honeycrisp or Fuji or whatever, right? Pink ladies. So it was a grab bag, grab an apple. I have to incorporate it into one of your dishes.
Somehow.
I don't care.
Yeah.
Somehow, some way. And a dessert would be pretty easy because it's a sweet or a tart, And then the other secret ingredient, his lady works for Santo Tequila.
Yeah.
And dude, she brought up a ton. Okay, so this is kind of a funny story.
Yeah.
She brought up a bunch of the sample bottles that they hand
the little
out.
small ones.
They're like, not just like a little shot, like not like a hotel one, a little bit bigger than that.
Yeah.
And then everybody was going to get one of
those
those little bottles. And then she also brought up a couple of the larger full size normal bottles.
Legit bottles, yeah.
And what ended up happening was we use that as a secret ingredient too, tequila, because you can do a lot of things with tequila. Yeah. And even though a drink wasn't one of the options, they could also incorporate it in a lot of different ways. You can saute it, which is what a lot of people
did. Yeah.
Or they can incorporate it into the dessert and kind of like do something with it, right? Well, long story short, those are the two ingredients, special ingredients that they didn't know about. I told them the morning of because I wanted them to like think about it. Like, okay, I can start thinking about like, how can I, let me look at my, because they had 2 hours to cook. So it actually worked out pretty good, I think. Everybody wasn't in one area, but that's okay. We made a little hike up to the top. It was worth it.
Yeah, it was kind of like initially we wanted to do it like where we would have like, one area.
Everybody next to each other. Because if they're like, hey, I'm done.
And then we could all be right there in like a little circle and be checking it all out. But everybody's campsite was so spread apart a little bit.
Yeah.
So it was like, and everybody was cooking at their campsite and they're off their tailgate basically.
Yeah.
So it's
I didn't want to limit people because a lot of people weren't going to show. Yeah. So if they wanted to be more spread out, that was fine because we walked around. The only thing,
ideally is for everybody to have a good time and enjoy their camp.
Exactly. Yeah. And the thing is that like if they were all together, then as they were done, we could have got the fresh version of what they were doing. And a lot of times that did happen because it was like, okay, who's ready in the next 10 minutes or whatever, right?
Yeah.
So it worked out great. Everybody had a blast. Everybody got an awesome cutting board. The F-150 White Walker was downplayed. It's like, oh, it's just my scrap wood.
Yeah, I just fucking threw them together. Like, bro.
Like, dude, those are nice, thick, butcher block style cutting boards. Yeah. And they all had different grain styles or whatever.
It was rad because a lot of people actually use them to prepare their food on.
Yeah.
They're like, stoked. I'll go knock it out on this. And they actually use them. That's pretty rad.
Yeah, it worked out really good. We appreciate it. And so, all right, let's get into the cooking competition. So the first people we visited was Greg and Jason.
Oh, yes. The impromptu.
The impromptu group.
Yeah.
And they were like ready within the first, because you have 2 hours to cook. They were ready in the first like 15 minutes.
Yeah.
They're like, all right, we're ready. Like, geez, that was quick.
Okay.
So, hey, it actually worked out because, we had to get everybody else too. So Greg, he made us some mac and cheese, and he incorporated the tequila into mac and cheese.
Yep. And surprisingly pairs well.
Okay. If I was to critique it, I would say a little less tequila because it was a little bit overpowering.
He didn't even look and just started pouring.
He just poured the whole damn thing in.
I'm like, fuck, dude.
No, it wasn't bad.
No, honestly.
I'm just saying if it was a little bit less, you could a little hint of tequila.
And then he put the apple slices on the side, kind of like with it, right? Yeah.
And what was his dessert? Wasn't it like a...
what were they? Were they like little cherry balls or something? Chocolate?
Yeah,
I can't remember what it is. There's something sweet.
Yeah,
some little candies.
No, but I thought that was Jason's.
Oh, maybe that was Jason's.
That was Jason's. I can't remember what Greg gave us for dessert.
Oh, wait. No. I was confusing somebody else. So, no. Okay. I don't remember.
It escapes me.
I'm sorry.
I just remember I had a good time eating it because I love mac and cheese, man.
You can't go wrong with mac and cheese.
But I will tell you, Jason made these Dodger dogs.
They were bomb.
With sauerkraut, and he sliced up a green apple real fine into the sauerkraut. It actually made the sauerkraut really good.
So good, dude. I'm not a huge sauerkraut fan, but I'm like, this is actually delicious.
But it was like a tart apple, green apple with sauerkraut. And dude, he put it on top of his dogs that he sauteed in tequila. His hot dogs, which you could actually taste a little bit of it. And he cut them up in like little halves or whatever, but he scored the hot dogs. So they had like the little, it was really good presentation.
Yeah. For what he threw together out of his cooler.
Out of nowhere. It was actually really good. I wanted another, because I like hot dogs.
Yeah.
I wanted another hot dog, dude.
Yeah. We just got a half of one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I didn't want more than that because I still had to eat 15 or 12 other whatever dishes.
Yeah.
Actually times 2 because they each made 2.
Yeah.
So I'm glad it was just a sample, but it was really good. So those are go ahead.
I was just saying, going into this, I'm like, I'm thinking, okay, people are just going to be like, because we initially started the whole thing as a kind of like a spoof. Yeah. And I thought, okay, people are just going to be joking around, making silly, goofy dishes.
People took it seriously.
People took it way serious.
Wait, they're like, wait, cooking competition? I'm down.
It's on. I'm like, oh shit, these people are going all out. They're like, yeah.
Thank God we had a professional with us.
Yeah.
I'm a professional eater. Yeah. He's a professional chef.
Yes.
But yeah, so thank God Sean was there because I don't know what I would have done without him. Yeah. Me and you, us two shitheads.
We're just like, yeah, it's fucking delicious.
I love mac and cheese and hot dogs. So,
and just like to point out, like not one meal we tasted this entire time was bad.
No, not a single one. I can't even think of one that I was like, I don't really like that. No, they were all bomb.
Everything was delicious.
Yeah.
But
so what did we do next?
Oh man,
I'm trying to remember.
I know it's hard.
Well, let's just go by person. So okay, let's start at the top because that'll be easier. We'll do it by location.
From the top of
yeah.
I think we did. We started there and then we went up top and worked.
Yeah, yeah. Because Campout Firecracker and her husband, the other guy, Bryson and Judy. Yeah. They actually entered last minute too, and they went into town. Right. They left and went into Idlewild to get ingredients. Really? Yeah,
I didn't know that.
So they bought a pre-marinated, which is totally fine because that's how I do it.
You're allowed to do it. Yeah.
You're allowed to do it. Santa Maria tri-tip, and they cooked it on a scuttle.
On a scuttle.
On a Tembo Tusk scuttle. And I was like, wait a second, did you buy a pre-cooked one and did you just like warm it up? No. They bought a tri-tip.
We gave them 2 hours to cook.
They wrapped it in aluminum foil, put it on the scuttle, covered it with like the cover on the scuttle, which it like kind of made it like a convection oven.
Yeah. Just let it broil in there.
It just broiled in there and it came out amazing. It was delicious. I will say. I was very pleased with that because I love me some tri-tip.
Oh, yeah.
And so they made that, and then they were like, shit, what do we have for dessert? We got some, because they brought their kids. They're like, we got some pudding.
That was rad.
We got some pudding and
the handy snack, little individual cups.
Yeah,
you got to peel it off.
Well, he only had one, so we all had to like dip our apples in it. It was great, dude.
We all got an apple slice.
It was so funny,
pudding, but it was good.
It was good.
Creative.
I was like, oh, I'm a little kid again. This is delicious. Because like if I go to Wendy's, I get a Frosty and then some French fries. That's like the best.
Oh, yeah.
Who dips French fries in Frosties? I do. I'll dip some apples and some chocolate pudding.
I'll get down. It was a good pairing. It tasted good.
I can't do my Bill Cosby. Chocolate pudding.
That's probably good. Roofied pudding. I mean, chocolate pudding.
I looked down at my drink right when I said Bill Cosby. I was like, wait. Wait. So they made a really good tri-tip and dessert.
Yeah.
And then we went over to Norm's camp.
Yeah, he wasn't like...
He was okay.
He wasn't prepared at first. He's like, oh shit, right now?
He was like, wait, I'm not ready. I don't know. He was, okay. Norm took it seriously.
Norm takes it way serious.
And I'm happy he did.
Oh, yes. Very happy.
Because I will tell you, he made and put a lot of thought into this. He put a lot of effort into it. I think he gets an A++ for effort. He went out and actually caught the fish, deep sea fishing, off a boat.
Chartered a boat, went out.
Caught the fish.
8 hours or something out there?
He got it like that week.
Yeah.
He got the fish. He prepped it, obviously, and then he cooked it at campsite, which is totally legit.
Mm-hmm.
And he made it into a mahi burger. And I don't know what he put into it.
Yeah, he told Sean. Sean knew all the other. We should have brought Sean on for this episode, but
we really should have.
Fuck, we failed.
Fail. Oh well, Sean will come on again.
He'll appreciate it. He's sitting there right now.
He'll be like, you idiots. Okay, so one thing I heard Norm saying is there's no binders.
Oh, that's right.
He kept saying there's no binders. And to me, I kind of understand what he's talking about. It's probably like no flour or anything like that, like kind of like bonds the meat to the other ingredients. Because it was like, it wasn't just fish. It was like,
it had a bunch of stuff.
It was
like cayenne or something. And then,
dude, I don't know. And then he had some sort of like mayo topping, and then he had a brioche bun or something. Like, Norm's probably yelling at me through the speakers right now. Like, no, that's not what it was. It was like, I don't know, dude.
Fucking guys.
It was delicious.
And like, I'm not a big fan of fish.
I know you're not.
Norm
you almost didn't even judge because you're so picky.
I know. I'm a very picky eater, but...
And Norm was all like stressing out because he's like, Jared doesn't like fish. He's going to score me poorly.
He did. He's like, yeah, he even told me that. He's like, if you fucking like the food, then I'm okay. But you're the one person I'm worried about. And I fucking ate the shit out of that burger.
I know. Because it didn't taste fishy.
It didn't. It just
you knew it was delicious. Fish. But it was like buttery. It melted in your mouth. Yeah. Like, I wish everybody could have tasted that, but obviously that would have been really expensive.
Yeah. But, he only brought enough to make, I think, 2 burgers, and he cut them all in half.
Yeah, he cut them in half, and then he had one for himself, and then
the three of us
basically, took the other ones. But then his dessert was interesting because remember he went to Montana, and he was on the episode, and he was talking about it, and everything up there in Montana is all huckleberry.
Yeah, he brought us huckleberry salsa, and
yeah, he brought the huckleberry like jerky or something like that.
He brought us jerky, but then
huckleberry hot sauce, which I use actually.
Yeah, I have it in my fridge. Yep.
I use it on breakfast burritos because I like a little sweet huckleberry in the mornings. Like, I feel like I'm eating healthy with my fruit. It's my fruit.
I got fruit in there.
I got fruit. But he had this huckleberry liqueur that he then, was it ice cream?
Well, he had these, I mean, okay, they were plastic, but they're these little clear cups. So it was kind of nice looking.
Well, yeah, it added to the presentation.
Yeah, with the presentation of it. And then with a scoop of vanilla ice cream, I believe. And,
cream soda, yeah.
Yeah, and then he put the tequila in there with cream soda and then poured the huckleberry sauce over it.
The huckleberry liqueur.
And it was,
which is beautiful.
It was
periwinkle.
Yeah, like this purplish color coming down the white ice cream.
And then he garnished it with a thinly sliced apples.
Oh, that's right. The little thin light.
So he put both special ingredients in his dessert because I think he already had his mind made up with those fish burgers.
Yeah, he didn't want to fuck with that, dude. Yeah, which
Don't
was
fuck
good.
with the recipe.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was really really good, and we obviously scored him well. But then we went down the hill because I don't think we had any more contestants on top. I think it was just Judy and Bryson and then Norm.
The penis pasta.
That wasn't an entry. That was the night before.
Funny,
that was Sandy Jeep. She brought some pasta in the shapes of penises.
I don't know.
It's a ladies' night camp out crew, man. They do some.
Hey, that's
they do
what
some
goes
things.
on at ladies' night camp out. All
they
right.
do some things. I don't know. I'm just saying.
They got one coming up.
All I know is that they have a hell of a time.
Yeah, look it up. They just announced they have one coming up. So sign up.
It's for Christmas.
Yeah.
It's going to be in Salome, Arizona.
Oh,
Salome.
we drive through there all the time.
We drive through there towards Prescott. Yeah, and I was like, "What the hell, Salome? It's like Meth Town, USA."
Yeah, they're going to camp there.
I think they're going up into the mountains,
hills, right
up in the
there.
mountains
Yeah,
there.
we drive through
it's beautiful.
The foothills, basically. Yeah.
She posted her picture from up there,
Right.
and it looks good. So
Hey, maybe a hidden little gem. We don't.
if
know.
you're a lady, go try to make it to the ladies' night camp out.
Isn't there like a mine just outside of there?
Oh, I'm sure there is.
Okay. Anyways.
So yeah, they didn't participate.
No, I know.
So we went down the hill, and then we went and we ended up eating at Tony and Gina. I think that's his wife's name, right? Gina.
I believe so.
I hope I'm right. She's participated in cooking competitions.
Yeah,
before.
she's a pro.
She's a pro.
She's a ringer.
I didn't know that this wasn't an amateur event. And
I
it was
didn't
a pro
either.
event. Because she's competed before and done very well.
Yes.
And it showed because they made some really good dishes. She made all on the Blackstone.
Yeah, which is rad.
What'd she make? You tell us.
Well,
Do you not
she made
remember?
2 of them, the appetizers. But I'm gonna fuck up what was put on them. So one of these little toasted, little roll like
That was dessert.
I thought those were the appetizers. Yeah, those are appetizers.
Either way, it could have been.
They could have been
both 'cause
dessert
it's so
though because they were
delicious.
delicious. Yeah, I was just gonna say.
So it was
She had
basically
2, so
toasted
maybe
bread.
one was an appetizer and one was a dessert because one had roast beef and shit. What was on them, dude? They were fucking bomb.
Dude, I don't even know what she made now. I need to like.
We wrote it all down as we were going.
We wrote it all down.
But there were so many different things. And one of them had roast beef and some kind of glaze on it. I can't remember. And the other one had like a strawberry slice with
That
goat
was
cheese or something.
it was like a baguette-ish type of toasted bread with
they're
goat
fucking delicious,
cheese
though.
spread. Then it had the strawberries, and it was like some sort of reduction glaze.
Yeah,
like
that's what it was.
All the words I don't know.
Yeah,
what it
Sean knew what
means.
she was talking about.
And then
sounded
it was
fancy.
drizzled on it, dude. It looked good.
Looked
it
fancy.
tasted even better.
Oh yeah,
And it was delicious. So
I
that
think
was
those
one
were
of the
some
things.
of the favorites around the.
And didn't
other
she have
people
some
on
sort of
camp.
fried rice?
No, she made a tortellini.
Tortellini,
sausage.
duh, that's right. Because I was thinking of Botus, which
Botus
is
is
next.
the next one over.
So yeah, she made the tortellinis.
Yeah.
Oh my lord, that was delicious. I don't know what she did to them, but she used the secret ingredients,
Oh yeah,
and it was delicious.
that's right. She put the apple slices on one of those, the brioche.
Are you talking about the baguette
Or baguette thingies,
with the
yeah.
goat cheese and strawberry?
Yeah,
She had some sort of
one of them had the apple
tequila.
slice on there, but I think okay,
Either way, I remember she incorporated the ingredients.
she did.
but
Everybody did somehow.
But I just ate the tortellinis and I was like, wow. It's like, wow.
Wow.
Wow. No, it was a more enthusiastic wow. I was just like blown away. So that was delicious. And then we had to go over to Botus Jerky, who's right next door. And he made this fried rice and some sort of Little Smokies was incorporated. And it had another, I think it had Little Smokies and the Chinese sausage thing or whatever. It was
I've
so
never
good.
had those before, but they were delicious. Yeah.
And
Everybody else knew where they were, but me apparently.
yeah, well, me either. I was like, oh, that sounds cool. But it was delicious.
And the little barbecued Little Smokies. He had a pot of those as well.
Yep. So Robert, thank you for coming out. He drove a long way.
Yeah.
Came from Simi Valley.
Yeah. I thought he was gonna make jerky.
I mean, might as well been Arizona. Same thing, dude. He's so far away. But
no,
he
it's cool
came
actually
out.
getting to hang out and camp with him.
Yeah, he had to leave early in the morning, but I'm glad he was able to make it out. It was a good time.
Yeah.
And he made a killer dish, and I really appreciated it because I love me some fried rice.
Oh yeah.
And it was good. Okay, then we stopped over by the first gen Tacoma.
Oh yeah,
and
nicely done.
So
he converted it from a 2-wheel drive to a 4-wheel drive.
I know,
which is awesome.
Yeah, I know. He was telling me about it. I was like, wait, what? Because it says pre-runner on the back, on the badge, but it's not a pre-runner.
No,
it has the factory rear locker. With the pre-runner, but he converted to 4-wheel drive, so it's like a legit build.
Yeah, I'll overland it out, but I like how he did the front and rear bumpers out of tube. So still
it was very similar to what I had.
Yeah, I like it. Yeah.
I miss my Tacoma now when I saw
same color, silver.
Well, that's why he started following me because of my Tacoma. And then he found out we had a podcast, and then he started listening to the podcast, and then he came to Lil Smokies. So super rad dude.
Alex, if you're missing your wheel block, your leveling block, I grabbed it. So if I see you at another event, I'll bring it with me.
Yeah, man.
I saw it, it was like right where he had camped. I'm like, I wonder if that's probably his go-to one. Could look like it had been marked up a few times.
Yeah.
Like, fuck, I left my fucking leveling block.
Well, you brought it home.
I brought it home. I got it with me.
All right, hit us up on the Instagram. I keep Tony's tools. You bring leveling box home. You know.
Got lost and found.
Yeah. So him and his lady made a dish, and they brought their daughter.
Making it.
Well, yeah, I'll give her the credit because he did give her credit. Said, "Oh, this is her famous guac recipe."
She made the guac,
and this is her famous salsa.
She made the salsa.
Jeez, Daisy.
Daisy snoring away.
But what they had was they had carne asada tacos because I love tacos.
You can't go wrong with carne asada tacos.
You can never go wrong with tacos.
Yeah.
It was delicious carne asada tacos, but then when you put all the toppings on it, the guac and the salsa,
just mix it all together.
Oh my god, it was delicious. And then the dessert,
dude.
So they had to incorporate. They did some with the tequila and the tacos, or
I think she marinated the carne asada,
something
in it maybe,
like that. Yeah, or used it somehow. I remember they told us. We wrote it down, but
we made sure everybody did.
Yeah, nobody cheated. Not that I'm surprised, but you never know with these overlanders.
They're pretty shady.
But so we had some really good tacos, but then they made this dessert, and they were originally going to do like these churro bites or churros. And then we incorporated apples, and so then they somehow made this apple filling for the churro.
Like this apple turnover type churro thing.
My
like
God.
On the fly, she just came up with that. She's like, you know what? I'm just going to do this, and like somehow incorporated it, and it was like, holy shit, dude. Like, I hope everybody got to try those because they were freaking delicious.
Dude, it was insane. And they had some chips and salsa, like, we were eating salsa and everything. But, man, I think we voted that one the best dessert.
Best dessert by far.
Which was hard because there were so many good
Norms
desserts.
was delicious. And
Gina and Tony's. Yeah.
I thought that was an app, so I didn't vote it as a dessert, but.
Either way,
it was it was bomb.
It could have been.
It could have been both.
But yeah, that dessert was like insane, really good. So they did very well. Yeah. And then we went over to Chateau Tacoma.
And now, so presentation, like they went way beyond
best presentation
by far.
Yeah. Not that anybody else's was less.
No.
Like food presentation was a little bit different, but they had a full on experience. They had a Mardi Gras experience.
Yeah.
And when I say Mardi Gras, they don't take it lightly. They know they're Mardi Gras. They
weren't fucking around. Yeah.
They don't mess around, dude. Okay, you actually want to talk about this one? I'll let you talk about it. Unless you want me to talk about it.
I'll let you go.
Okay. Chateau Tacoma, as you know, has everything on their rig.
Absolutely.
And they can make whatever you want. Like, if I'm surprised they didn't have like a smoker off the back or something, but they made some traditional dishes, and one of them was her son's favorite dish that his mom makes.
Well, I mean, do you want to start with like how they warmed everybody up to all this?
Oh yeah, tattoos.
Well, to get the tattoos first,
beads.
They had a blender out and they were making hurricanes for everyone.
Oh well, yeah. There's that, of course. I was going to get to that.
So, were you? Okay, yeah. Sorry.
But no. We'll get to that.
I think we started those before we started tasting.
Yeah, I think they were lickering us up. I think that was their plan. So they made these hurricanes, which is a famous Bourbon Street dish, drink. That or the grenade. I don't know, whatever you call it, dude. All I know is the Hurricanes were delicious. They had the blender out there. They were blending up drinks. They were playing the music. Their son's a musician.
Yes.
You know? So I'm sure that they were playing some
Chase Walker Band. Check it out. It's actually fucking
Walker
rad.
Band.
Yeah, legit music.
Yeah,
Amazing
dude, it's from the soul, man. It's really good stuff. It's blues. I mean, I don't even want to miscategorize it, but it's got some really good stuff. He's got some new singles out.
Yeah.
So go check it out. Wasn't he on The Voice? Was like a contestant on The Voice, or at least did the tryouts or something. I know he was on some sort of musical competition show.
Yeah.
I think it was The Voice, but dude, that guy he
rocks.
He can rock, man,
for sure.
So, anyways, they had their music going. They had their 270 awning out. They had beads out. They had temporary tattoos out.
There's a surprising. Yeah.
Surprisingly, a lot of people went with the tattoos, man.
Yeah. There's a lot of tramp stamps going around.
I had a tramp stamp.
You had a fucking nice. Did it have doves on it?
Or fish? I can't remember. Doves or fish? I don't know. They were like opposing ones. Yeah. It was like a love and whatever. I had a lower back tattoo for a hot minute.
Yeah. There was a couple.
I may have made it into a couple reels from Sandy Jeep.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Couple neck tattoos.
Couple neck. No, that was from Tony's party. I had the neck tattoo.
Oh no, I know.
You had the face tattoo. You had the star.
The star, yeah. But Eric had one on it. He had an American Eagle on his neck.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we were having fun. Like I said, it was an experience, right? Not presentation for food presentation. It was an experience.
It was an experience. You felt like you were right there on Bourbon Street.
Exactly. I mean, they were playing the music. They were jiving. They were having a good time, man. They were making hurricanes. You know, Johnny and
everybody was having a good time
party.
up there.
They
definitely know how to party. Yeah.
They're so awesome. And so anyways, they made this dish, which is their son's favorite dish, which was like sticky rice. That's what I call it because it's all stuck together.
Yeah, like a ball of rice. Yeah.
Yeah, a little ball of rice, like an ice cream scooper of rice. And then you pour this. Okay, here, I'm going to butcher this, but it was like this bisque.
Yeah, Sean was calling it something else. I can't remember.
Sean knows the term.
Obviously, yeah. I'm a big dummy.
But basically, it was like this creamy tomato seasoned sort of like soup, right? That you pour over it, and it had, I believe, shrimp in it.
Yeah. Oh, there's shrimp. There's some sausage. Yeah.
There's like multiple proteins.
Yeah.
But it was really good.
Yeah.
And I went back for like seconds and thirds, by the way.
It was like gumbo or something. No.
It was kind of like, it reminded me of like a gumbo type thing. Yeah. But it was definitely, Bourbon Street themed. But then they had the famous, very traditional.
I didn't even know about this.
King cake.
I was educated here.
I knew about it, but I didn't know they were making it. And I will say that king cake was awesome.
Yeah.
I love it. It's delicious. It had the right amount of everything on it, but it was presented very well. Mm-hmm. And the king cake, traditionally, you have this little baby figurine that you bake into the cake. Uh-huh. And when you cut it up and serve it up to all your guests. Everybody gets a slice, and whoever gets the baby in it has to make the king cake next year.
Oh, okay.
So that's kind of like the tradition, right? They didn't want us biting into some baby or whatever. So they put the baby on top, but it was still very.
But they paid,
Yeah, they paid homage to the tradition and everything. Yeah. So they had a really killer king cake that was properly colored with the green and the purple and everything.
Yeah, decorated, It
was decorated awesome, and the presentation was spot on. So they did a very good job. Really good. They incorporated drinks.
Yeah.
Entree and dessert. It was awesome.
All the
atmosphere.
Yeah.
So they killed it. What was after that?
We came down the hill, as is Overland.
As is Overland, yeah.
Yep. Yeah, so he did some mac and cheese with some breadcrumbs.
There's potato in it, I think.
And then he had potatoes as well, yeah. I think those are two. He made one dish with mac and cheese with like the breadcrumbs and stuff. And I think did he put the tequila in that one?
I don't know, but
the
whatever
other side,
he gave
on the other side, he had like another dish prepared with that was the potatoes mixed with other stuff. I think he had the apple chunks in there. Yeah, a ton of cheese he put in there.
Dude, it was awesome.
A lot of cheese.
It was heavy.
It was definitely some comfort food.
It was comfort food, dude. Mm-hmm. I could have eaten like a ton of that, but obviously we had more to still consume. Yeah. So,
and then just before him, did Adam cook? No.
Jeez, who was it? Somebody. Oh, It was Poppy.
Yeah.
Yeah, she used my setup. That's why I was like, wait.
Yeah, because it was on your tailgate. That's why I was
she used
throwing
my
off.
my cook stuff. So I set up my, she had to use my.
Because they're in the upper camp.
Yeah,
they didn't want to come back down. Yeah.
So she made this killer. It was actually kind of healthy dish.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, because it had vegetables in it.
It was all chopped up, and it was, dude. I think.
Yeah, the vegetables with the apples in there, and yeah.
So she killed it, man.
Delicious.
That was delicious. In fact, hers was one of my favorite dishes too. It was really good. But she made this whole dish. I can't even describe it and remember it. It was 2 weeks ago.
I know, right? Shit.
But it was delicious. It was pretty healthy, and it had carrots. I remember that, and like some squash or zucchini.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
It was all done well. Delicious, I must say.
Yeah.
So kudos to her. She came and cooked on my. Oh man, you're really killing the bugs. How many? It's the same guy who's roasting him, dude.
That motherfucker.
But yeah, no, she did a killer job. Not even on her own cook setup.
Yeah,
so.
I didn't even have her own stuff, and she still pulled it out.
Yeah. So that was delicious. As is Overland's delicious. So you can understand how hard it is to judge all this.
Yeah. Think about how many dishes that was too,
and pick a winner.
And they're all freaking bomb. Not one of them was like, I wouldn't eat that. No, every single one I was like would have like 100% gone back for seconds if I had any room.
Dude, I did. On Chase and Denise.
Yeah, maybe a couple.
Johnny and Denise.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Daisy's like, yeah, it was delicious.
Yeah.
I picked up some scraps. But yeah, I think if we were going for comfort food, I think Eric nailed it.
Yeah.
If we were going for best location themed, whatever. Obviously, Johnny and Denise had an awesome setup. You can't deny that. I mean, there was like everybody
on the fly
could have won some sort of award.
Yeah, if we had enough awards to give to everybody, that'd been perfect. But
yeah, I mean, best tri-tip, duh.
Yeah, and it's not even stuff like you would normally cook at camp. Like you wouldn't even think like half of these things could have been prepared at camp. I'm like, holy. Well,
they taught me that you can cook a tri-tip on a scuttle.
Apparently, man. I mean,
and not just like sear the outside, like actually cook it, and it was moist.
It was fucking good chunk.
It was funny. So I got to tell you this story real quick. Judy was, preparing up the tri-tip and pulled it off and everything. It was all wrapped in the foil and let it rest. And she was starting to slice it up or whatever. And Bryson started to grab the end pieces where it was a little bit thinner, and it was not well done, but it was like more cooked.
Yeah,
it was more done. And she's like, no, don't serve them that. Get in the middle.
They're so funny.
And so she sliced up the middle for us where it had like the red juicy coming out and everything. And I thought that was hilarious. Yeah. But she knew.
And they're all about it though. Like they were like, even when they were presenting it, they're like, here's your pudding a cup, sir, with fighting.
It almost felt like an episode of Chopped where they were like literally describing the dish to us. It was funny.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
They did a good job. I hope we didn't take all the food from their family because that was like their dinner for the night.
Sorry, kids, no pudding for you. Ben and Jared ate it all. Sean,
no tri-tip for you. No, they got a big tri-tip, so they were fine. But overall, it was just
I think
awesome.
Everybody made more food than they needed. So everybody, I think, went around and tasted everybody else's.
Well, there was people not complaining, but they were like, dang, I wish I could have tried that. Or, oh, dang, I wish I could have tried that,
Yeah. So, I know a lot of people moved around like, hey, let me go try their shit too.
Well, we were originally going to have everybody do potluck style, bring it to the center, but the center was like so far away and everybody was so spread out. So, if I was to do it over again, I probably would have planned out the cooking area better.
Kind of fun because it kind of not force people, but made it so people would kind of travel around and congregate with every other people and like go into other people's camps in a sense and get to know everybody a little bit.
Yeah, exactly.
Everybody was able to socialize because we were kind of all wandering the entire time.
Yeah, and everybody's looking for scraps. Like,
what you got over there?
What you got over there? Yeah, so it was. I think it was a success. I really appreciate everybody coming out, and I also want to get down to the awards.
Yeah.
So for the people who cooked, I think everybody did very, very well. I can't just name one dish because everybody was so different, right?
Yeah.
Like I was saying, everybody would have won an award for something.
We were seriously like, holy shit, I didn't think people were going to really take this as seriously. This is way freaking harder.
And we were even debating about who won this or
we had to like sit there and like.
It took us longer than we expected to even debate over it. But the one thing was clear is that all of us agreed upon a majority of the dishes that we liked the best. And because we had to choose one, not because we liked them the best, just because we had to choose one. And first place
is Norm.
Norm. Yeah, Lamb Beaver. Norm, he won, and not because he's our buddy, because everybody was our buddy.
Everybody there was our buddy, so we couldn't pick favoritism.
That's what was so hard about it too. Yeah. We're like, I don't want him to hate me.
I feel so bad, dude.
Oh my god.
And it was close, dude. It was tough.
But if you can get Jared to scrumptious, devour, destroy a fish burger, that says something. So, good job, Norm.
100% deserved.
It's not because you went and caught your own fish. It's not because it had to do with straight up food, flavors, presentation, creativity.
We had like our list in different categories, and we did it on a point system, and we tallied up all the points at the end to try and keep it fair. So
yeah, and honestly, the way I was scoring it was just my gut reaction to how I felt of how the dish was.
Wasn't gonna overthink it, just.
And it lined up with yours and Sean's.
Yeah, we're all
for the most part
much on par. So
we did argue about one.
We had to deliberate a little bit.
Deliberate about one,
but
but like I said, because it was so close, it was hard to do.
Yeah.
Second place, who won?
That was
Tony and Gina.
Were they second or third?
No, they got second.
Okay.
Yeah, Tony and Gina. So the tortellini and the bread with the goat cheese and the drizzle.
Yep. The drizz.
The drizz. So much riz. They got second place. Well deserved. That was bomb. I think it was very close to first place. The battle.
Yeah.
So that was delicious.
All of them were within like.
Dude, they were all
point,
right there,
dude. Yeah.
Half a point.
Yeah. We did like by points. Yeah.
Yeah. I think we were arguing over like a 0.1 at some point. You know what I mean? It was like, well, and I didn't want to go change scores. It was just like, this is my gut reaction.
This is what I got. Yeah.
And then third place went to.
That was Alex and his wife, which I'm sorry, I can't remember.
Wife, girlfriend, lover, spouse, friend. I don't know. That's why I'm saying all of them. I don't know.
Okay.
I didn't want to call it his wife, and she's like, "Wait a second, that's my wife." I don't know. His lady.
His lady.
His
chef.
Yes. They got third place.
Yep. With a delicious. We didn't even know. They didn't even know what to call it. This apple scrumptiousness dessert. Put it over the top, I think.
Apple churro turnover.
Yeah. I mean, that put over the top with obviously making all your own guac right there.
The taco with all the toppings and everything was awesome.
Yeah, and I love the shit out of tacos, and it all just made great. And
yeah.
It all paired well.
It was very good. And an honorable mention, obviously, Johnny and Denise.
Yeah.
They definitely brought the experience and put a lot of smiles on people's faces.
Yeah, it made it fun for like a lot of people out there just having a good time.
Yeah, everybody was hanging out, and they were making hurricanes for everybody. Yeah. So like, I really appreciate them coming out and participating, because they had a killer, not only setup, but their food was killer too.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that about wraps up the food and
I want to give a big shout out to our partners for it.
Yep, I was about to do that. Yep.
Okay. Yeah. No, we had some awesome people come on board and donate some. I mean, other than like we already mentioned, Eric F-150 White Walker, and the cutting board he made basically. So everybody who participated in the cook-off got a cutting board. So they were all winners essentially, like we were saying earlier.
Yeah. And I actually have an update for this next one.
Okay.
So our other partner that really hooked us up, Overland Spices.
Yep.
I told this story about one of the best steaks that my dad's friend ever had, seasoned with triple locked Overland Spices. They donated big.
Yeah,
they gave
it up.
They gave the winners all a set of the 3 different spices. So you have triple locked, you have snorkel, and intense. All Overlandy related and very delicious for everything. But every participant, similar to getting a cutting board, they also got a snorkel spice. So everybody got that. Super happy with that. And my update on that is Jason from Opt Off Road. He sends me a photo of his dinner. He had made fish.
Oh.
And he put the snow. He's like, dude, this spice is bomb.
Oh, shit.
He's like, I love the shit out of this spice. So even though he didn't participate, we hooked him up with
one. Yeah.
We got him an extra spice. And man, he loved the shit out of that. And I was like, dude, post about it, man. He's got a huge following.
Yep.
Tag him in it, man. Like,
share the love. Yeah,
share the love. So I wanted to give him a shout out because they also gave us hats. So the winners got hats, and then
stickers and patches,
stickers and all that good stuff. So really appreciate them shipping it out to us, giving it to us. They went above and beyond.
Yeah, they're not local, so
they're not. Yeah, they're out of Oklahoma.
Yeah, you can.
I was like, yo, you gonna come to Lil Smokies? He's like, yeah, it's about 1,200 miles away. I was like, oh, okay.
So,
it's like, I understand.
Yeah, he goes to a lot of camp cook-offs.
He does, and they sponsored another camp cook-off recently too. But really appreciate them supporting not only the community but us.
Yeah,
and
good guy,
dude. Their spices are the same prices if you went to the store.
Yeah.
And it's way better.
Way better. That's like our favorite one. We have I have snorkel and I have triple locked. I don't have intense, which I should need to get, but I have those two, and we always use triple locked.
Yeah, triple locked is one of my favorites. I gave mine away, so I need to order some more.
Yeah,
but yeah, man. So really want to say thank you to our sponsors for that. Anybody else?
Yeah, our grand prize winner with our big prize here for Norm winning first with Otzi Gear came on board, and they hooked it up. They gave us the Flame, which is the big one of their portable personal grill system, like one of those flat pit ones that pack up all tight.
They're too generous.
Like, yeah, it's really cool. I've cooked off of it before, and this thing's freaking awesome. And it was all the accessories, flame mat, everything.
Oh, wow.
Packs down into this little bag, and then, just pull it out, set it up. Norm even took a picture. He had it all set up in his living room. He's like checking it out.
Dude, it's a killer prize, man.
Dude, it's rad. Because then, you just put, if you're by the fire, this is how I did it. I cooked some steaks on it, and we had our campfire going. I just pulled out some of the hot ambers, and it's like a wedge shape. And you dump them in there, and then just everything, your top sheet, and then put your meat on there and just sizzled away, man. It was rad.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Different levels. So you can put your bread up there and separate it. So yeah, no, they hooked it up with that prize. That first place for Norm. He was stoked. He's going to use the shit out of it too.
Oh yeah.
You better maybe make me some mahi burgers on that.
Yeah, dude. What's up, Norm?
Right. Yeah. So no, props to Otzi Gear. Go check them out. I mean, they have.
Do they sell so much
rad shit
stuff?
Yeah.
Because they have obviously the flame pits. They have a bunch of accessories. They have the pack out system, which is what you use.
The mod rack that I have on the back that has like the little mounts around your spare tire basically on the back, and you can mount other stuff to that. Like they have like a Trasharoo style bag that's way freaking better.
Yeah, I saw it. Yeah,
another shelf you can put your firewood on. You can attach roto packs, max tracks, shovels, axes, whatever you want on the outside of this thing. So it's freaking rad.
Yeah, I mean, it's a great accessory to
they have
up to your car.
All kinds of stuff. And then like the fold up flat grill they have like 3 different sizes. They have like a little mini one too. So if you're like a little adventure biker or something like that, it would work good. So.
Or if it's just you camping solo.
Yeah, a little solo one. So
yeah. I mean, the big one that Norm got was like for like a family. They cook on the family.
You got the big one, the Flame. I think there's like the Spark and the Flame. I can't remember what the other size is, but yeah.
Bonfire.
Maybe.
That's what they should have called the biggest one. Bonfire.
Out of control. The Rager.
No, Otzi Gear, big shout out. Go check them out.
Oh, and definitely. Yeah, go check them out. Awesome people. They're just rad people.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Who else?
And they make, if you're in the market for some amazing Sprinter vans, that's their specialty. They do high-end Sprinter vans.
Yeah, like there's Storyteller Overland like Sprinter vans, but then there's Otzi Gear.
And like next level, if you want like legit, like build quality, solid,
and they're local.
Check out. Yeah,
family owned,
right here in Temecula. Two brothers running it. Wives are helping out and all that kind of stuff. So
it's a family.
Yeah,
it just takes a village.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, they're good people. We really appreciate them hooking it up. That was very generous. Super all of our sponsors very generous.
Yeah.
Again, F-150 White Walker, killer cutting boards. You need
amazing, dude.
And he doesn't just make cutting boards. By the way.
Yeah.
He makes custom furniture.
He's renaming his company. It used to be GNS Woodworks, and he's renaming it to something else. So we don't have his new name yet. But once we have it, we'll shout out the new name of his woodworking company. But like, he makes like furniture, tables, chairs, end tables, like legit rad
anything
stuff.
you need that's like wood.
Yeah,
he can make.
Hit him up. Cool. I just hit him up on Instagram, F150 White Walker, and he'll hook it up.
Yeah. So really big shout out to him. Big shout out to Overland Spices for their
out in Utah,
hooking it up.
Yeah. Anyway,
and big shout out to he asked me if he could borrow my Gazelle. I was like, wait, are you talking about Sean or because I guess his wife doesn't want to sleep in a rooftop tent.
Really?
Something like that.
You'd rather sleep in that.
Yeah, I don't know, but he's like, yeah, and I was like, no, but I have a shift pod. He's like, yeah, can I borrow that? I was like, yeah, you can, but I want you to know it's not the standard size, it's the mini. And then I didn't hear back from him, so I assume he's probably like, oh, nah.
No, never mind. Yeah.
But
I think went out with sponsored by Wifey and stuff to Utah this weekend.
Oh, okay. Yeah. That's cool.
Yeah. Had some red pics, but
yeah. But thanks again to all our sponsors. Really appreciate it.
Awesome.
Partners, sponsors, whatever you want to call them. They're awesome people. Good companies. Go check them out, support them.
Yeah, absolutely. And then Norm got to walk away with the trophy.
Oh yeah.
Amazingly 6-inch tall.
Hey.
Looks like a Dundee.
It does. It looks like a
we were
Dundee.
joking about that this weekend.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that.
Yeah. Somebody
totally
said
makes
that.
sense.
Like, you got a Dundee.
It's funny.
Yeah.
But it's a Chef Dundee.
Yeah.
And it has like the average Overlanders.
Yeah.
Lil
It's
Smokies
special.
Engraved.
It's sitting right.
We should have signed it.
Oh, we should have. Well, we'll still see him.
Nah, it's over with. It's done.
Too late. We're not signing it now, Norm.
I'm
Sorry.
not signing it. But all right, cool.
Yeah.
So that was about that.
It was average.
Thanks. Yeah, it was an average.
Whatever.
Hangout.
Average hangout.
Had a good time. Glad everybody made it who could make it. And
Honestly, it was like the weather was perfect, cool temperatures. I couldn't have asked it for anything better. Everybody brought out these, propane fire pits because we couldn't have fire burn. Obviously, California sucks. Eric had this giant fucking ammo can.
yeah, his ridiculous.
He thinks it was for housing rockets. And so it's one of those tall, skinny ones. He laid it on its side, just hold all over it. So that, and we had all our little mini one. Everybody had a bunch of little propane pits. And so we all had warmth and fire. Everybody hung out, told stories, drinks. Yeah, it was a rad time. Everybody got along great, I think. And yeah, I think it was a blast. I had a blast.
Oh, I did too, especially Saturday when I was mobbing in my truck.
Oh, that's right. You guys went and explored and checked out some of the trails.
We went to the lookout and then we went exploring. We were trying to find that Jeep trail, which was closed down again, but we didn't want to go because there's like a little pathway around the gate.
Yeah,
we don't want to be those people.
Yeah.
So we just didn't. We went down there. We had lost Tony and his wife because we thought they were following us in the Raptor.
Yeah.
But then we lost him and I was going pretty fast.
Yeah, he came back. He's like, yeah, I don't know where the fuck they're going. So, because they had the kid and stuff. So.
Yeah, it was kind of bouncy. So I don't blame him because they have a new baby. But so we went to the lookout, then went down a little bit further, had a little fun little trail ride. I was singing and to the top of my lungs at certain songs. I think Michelle Branch. No, Michelle Branch. It was all remixes.
Oh, okay.
Remixes to like 80s, 90s, and 2000s songs.
All right.
And we were all just having a blast. I had Sandy Jeep in the back and Poppy the Jeep, TRD Trigger something in the back. And then I had Adam Twigrig in the front.
Oh, yeah.
And he was like, I was literally like DJing while I'm driving on a shelf road, just doing 90 miles an hour. It was fun. Yeah, it was dangerous.
Hey, dirty and dangerous. Fun.
I wasn't doing 90. There's no way I would have done that.
No, yeah.
But Adam was making fun of me at first because he's like, dude, you need to go faster in your truck.
Right.
He's like, your truck's not made to go slow. That's why it's so bouncy. And then I started going faster and then it got smooth.
Yeah. Just got to open it up a little bit. It needs it. It wants to run.
Yeah, man. So... Yeah, good times. Thanks for everybody for coming out.
Yeah,
thanks to our sponsors.
I've had people already asking if we're going to do another one. We'll see.
I was thinking about doing kind of like one of those spin-off shows.
Spin-off of it?
Like Fast and Furious, Tokyo Drift was like a spin-off of that.
Part of the franchise,
Well, the only reason why I want to do a spin-off is because it's like my name, Chili, Colorado.
Oh.
I want to do a chili cook-off.
Oh, I'd be down for that one, dude.
Yeah, because like if everybody makes some chili by the campfire or whatever in the winter,
it up every time. We'll just do something different, but it'll be the same but different.
Yeah. So
It'll be a good time.
Instead of special ingredients, everybody brings their chili recipe. And then I was thinking about, because Chateau Tacoma was talking about this special spot in Johnson Valley that's, beautiful, quiet, kind of nice. And if we get a small group to go up there and do like a little chili cook-off thing, not cook-off, but like, a little chili share.
Yeah.
Not even an award. Maybe just like I don't want to judge anymore.
I don't want to judge anymore. I feel it's too much pressure.
I just want everybody to make some chili and then have like a chili potluck. How about that?
Or what if everybody votes on it?
Like People's Choice Award.
People's Choice Award. I like that idea. I don't want all the pressure on me to vote on it because
I don't
too
like
hard.
that.
I don't either.
I feel like I let people down.
Same. I just like hurt people's feelings if they didn't get. I'm like, that was tough.
I don't think anybody took offense to it.
No, I don't think so. I think everybody
was like, yeah, my dish was the best, whatever.
Yeah, fuck you guys. They don't know shit.
They don't know shit. But no, maybe like we'll do a chili potluck and everybody brings like their chili, cornbread, whatever they want to bring, and we'll just like all hang out and have a big bonfire because we're allowed to have fires in the desert.
Oh yeah,
I think.
Yeah,
Mojave burned down, but like that's a little bit different than Johnson Valley.
Yeah.
So maybe we'll get a group together, do a little chili communal potluck.
We got some time to plan that one.
Yeah. Do we?
Maybe.
We're gonna limit it.
It'll be in wintertime if we do it.
Yeah.
So we're not doing it this time, right?
No, because what's better than a warm chili on a cold night by a campfire, sipping on some whiskey, some bourbon.
Yep.
Chili bourbon.
Ooh.
All right, we're doing it. We made it official just now.
No, slow down.
If you're not doing it, I'm doing it.
Well, we'll talk about that one later.
Jared always pumps the brakes on me. We're doing it. I don't know when.
Exactly. Slow your roll.
I don't know what winter we're gonna do.
We just survived this one somehow.
We barely. We. There was a lot of people involved. Sean.
That's what I mean. The big collective that everybody. Adam helped out. Norm helped out.
Norm helped out.
A lot of people put in some.
That's not why he won.
No.
I just want people to know.
No.
Very clearly.
Yeah, there was zero, biased.
Because we're friends with all of you.
Yeah.
Are you trying to kill more flies?
Yeah.
Flash water. Oh, got him. Got him. All right. Well, join my private event that Jared's not going to be a part of.
Ready for it. Fuck off.
I just want some chili and I want other people to make me dinner, dude. Come on.
I got a can of Hormel in there. Go to town.
That's funny. People's Choice Award. Hormel chili.
Yeah.
Dinty more.
Hey, now. I like me some Dinty more.
I do too. A lot of salt and sodium in that one. Put some hair on your chest.
Yeah. Put some huckleberry sauce in there and spice it up.
Hey. So, all right. Well, do you want to talk about Toyo event real quick?
Yeah, I can briefly.
I don't want to say real quick. Sorry. I meant like.
Just brush through it. Fine. Yeah.
Well, you said it was cool, but it was kind of like,
No, it was actually, I didn't get to stay the whole time. So I can't elaborate too much onto it. So, but from what I did experience, it was a lot of fun. We went up to it was Holcomb Valley.
Holcomb Valley Ranch.
Yes, which is
we should have bought that property.
I wish I still had my money. I would have bought it.
Hey, if I win this Powerball, dude, I'm just going to make him an offer.
Honest, dude, yeah.
I'm just going to buy it.
Just fucking straight up cash
and
money.
I'll have an event per month.
Every month. We'll
chili cook-off in the winter.
That's right. Might be next month now. If Ben wins Powerball.
If I win Powerball, we're having a chili cook-off at Holcomb Valley Ranch.
Everybody cross your fingers, pray that Ben wins the Powerball so we could have a chili cook-off in
Well, you November. Just want me to give you $1 million.
Well,
that was the deal, remember?
That was our deal.
If I win, I give you $1 million. If you win, you give me $1 million.
You get $1 million, dude. It's fair.
Fair's fair.
Fair's fair. But
I'm still going to buy Holcomb Valley Ranch.
Yeah, 100%, dude. That place would be rad to own.
I hope the owners don't listen to this podcast because then they're going to gouge me.
Yeah, they're like, oh, this motherfucker.
They're like, oh no, we need like 20 million.
20 million now, sorry.
It was 14, now it's 20. Yeah. Anyways, go ahead. I was just thinking about winning the Powerball, buying Holcomb Valley Ranch.
Dare to dream. Oh, man. Anyways, not to crush my hopes, but yeah, so I had to work. Blah. So I couldn't go up Friday. So by the time we got out of work, all that stuff, I'm like, let's just go up Saturday morning. It was all weekend event. So I think they close the gates at a certain time at night.
Yeah. So they don't want people rolling through like 2 a.m.
Yeah. So I'm like, I ain't going to bother with it. So we just took our time. We were able to pack up early in morning Saturday. I couldn't even leave early Saturday because the kid had a lesson middle of the day at like 1 o'clock. So I had to wait for her to get done with her lesson, grab her, and then haul ass. Oh, right. No, she didn't even go. Then what the fuck took me so long?
I don't know.
No, that's right. She didn't even go. So
why were you late?
Yeah, damn it. Oh, that's right. I had to fix my truck.
Your frying pan.
My frying pan broke.
Again?
Yeah.
Because you pounded it out at Lil Smokies. We skipped over that part.
Oh, okay, that's right.
You reformed it.
As people may know from listening to the podcast, I've broken my airbag cradles numerous times.
Because they're plastic.
They're plastic. These polymer pieces of junk. And on my last trip up 395, I didn't have a spare with me, so I found a frying pan and put it in its place, basically, whatever. You can listen to the last episode.
With the handle on it, which was hilarious.
With the handle still on it, which was rad. You know, hey, fuck it. But it, coming up to Little Smokies, up the dirt road, there's a little drop off in the shadows, and I was going way too fast, and I didn't see it, and just kind of launched off of it. And I think just that impact landing, and it just finally bent the frying pan in half. So we did a little trail repair again at Little Smokies. I bent it, smashed it back into shape a little bit.
Took the handle off the frying pan.
Yeah, I removed the handle, but I used it. It came in handy. The handle was handy for holding it while I smashed it, reformed it, did some blacksmithing, you know, with the sledgehammer.
I didn't think that you would have made it as good as you did.
A little faith.
When you were hammering on it, I was like, there's no way he's going to reform that thing.
It came out decent.
And then you reformed it. It looked like a frying pan again. I was like, wait a second.
I got some blacksmithing skills, you know.
Apparently.
Put it on a log, just form it around.
Yeah. Okay. So we watched obviously two shows. Chopped and Forged in Fire.
Exactly.
Those are the two shows we watched.
Hey, they came in handy, apparently.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that finally gave out. And then so where was I going with that?
I don't know. You
that's
had to
why.
fix
That's
it.
why I couldn't go up Saturday. Okay, yeah,
Morning.
because I had to get the puck and replace that and do all that stuff.
That's right, because you had an extra one.
Yeah, I have our good friend Nepo at 4122. He's making me a custom one, which I'm not allowed to talk about. So you didn't hear that.
You just said it.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Long story short, 4122, buy a hitch slide.
Buy the hitch slide.
Buy the recovery porn. Buy porn.
Porn. Wow. What kind of? What are you into? What's on your browser?
No. Oh my gosh.
Recovery porn. Is that a thing?
Point. And then they also have the
Fairlead and hitch receiver.
Shackle thing.
Shackle. And they got a lot of their pop caps, which everybody loves. Those
Dude,
are rad. He gave us a bunch to give away too. I gave a bunch. Everybody already had them though. At Lil Smokies.
So they just came out with another color. It's like this gold.
Oh,
yellow,
yeah, the
yellow
color.
or gold.
Not the pop caps, but of the
hitch slide.
Mm-hmm,
I was like, dang.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, so they're gonna
they're hooking me up,
helping me out
with
a new frying pan.
Yeah, new frying pans. So though I need much need of those because I'm going on another trip and I need something. I was looking at them today. The plastic ones are already fucking up.
What's your next trip?
We're gonna go to Utah.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, but. Yeah, so that's why I couldn't get out there right away. So we didn't end up leaving to head up there until maybe 3 o'clock is when we left town to head up there.
Dang, why'd you even go?
Whatever, fucker. It was fun. I had friends going up there. A lot of people going up there. I wanted to hang out. I wanted to go to the mountains. Yeah.
I didn't go because I had a mini meet up in the morning.
Why didn't you go? Okay.
I could have gotten there before you, apparently.
Well, see, exactly. Why didn't you go? No. We left at 2, but then we were going up. I think we got there at 4:10 is what time we finally got up there. But heading up the mountain, we were getting a little bit. It was like 10% chance of like a little bit of rain. So we're like, all right, cool, a little drizzle. All right, it was rad driving up the mountain, up into the pines, and everything's kind of fogged over. The pines are just sticking up out of it. It looks so bitchin' coming up the hill. And then all of a sudden, it starts raining a little bit more and a little bit heavier. And I was like, oh man, I wish it would rain more because I didn't wash the truck. I'm like, the truck's filthy and I'm going to drive up there. It's going to look like shit. I'm like, I wish it would rain and kind of wash the truck. Well, sure enough, it decided to rain. Just fucking dumping, dude.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Hard?
Yeah, we're going up the 330 up to Big Bear. And the hillsides are kind of washing down into the road.
Oh, geez.
Like mud and rocks are all falling down because how much rain there is. It can't fucking handle it. The roads are flooding over.
Well, they were just barely getting their feet underneath them from last winter storms.
Yeah.
It just decimated the whole area.
Yeah. Yeah, I was worried about how much it was coming down because like, shit, there's starting to be little mudslides coming down, and like eventually at one point, one of the scrapers came up behind us, pulled in behind us, was going up the hill to start scraping the roads.
Jeez.
And like people were pulling over because like how gnarly it was, and then at one point it started hailing like crazy, and then all of a sudden we started getting snow. It was starting to stick a little bit, and like people were pulling off the roads, and like I had one point where like I kind of fishtailed around a corner. It was getting all slippery. I'm like, holy shit, a little bit. Maybe I'll slow down. You know, I think some people were putting on 4-wheel drive or something going up the hill and stuff. Because like a lot of trucks were pulling over, and then I saw them getting back on and stuff. So, but yeah, and it was so you couldn't even see it was coming down. Like people were like stopping in the road just because it was coming down so hard, like rain and hail. You couldn't see out your windshield.
Jeez,
it was freaking gnarly.
So your truck got clean.
Yeah, so it was nice. I shined the truck up a little bit before we got up there because like then like that we got through Big Bear Town and then Fawnskin, and right when we got through Fawnskin or along the lake there, and then we hit the dirt road to go up towards Holcomb, is when like the weather kind of stopped and cleared up.
Yeah,
it was like perfect, and like as soon as we hit the dirt road, there was no more rain, and so it was like no dust, which was.
I love the smell of the pines and the rain, man.
Dude, it smelled so good. We were just driving with the windows down. It was like, and it was cool temps. The temps were rad. It was like 50 degrees, so it was like nice. We're like, this feels so good.
Yeah.
Yeah, we get up there. Yeah, we got in like just like right after 4:00, and then we saw like Chef Sean and Norm and Allison and all of them were like in Ray and Sean's daughter Hannah came. So they're all in one camp group, and they're like, "Hey, yeah, we're over here." We're like, okay, cool. So we swung in over there to see them, and then we didn't get a raffle ticket, so they're like, "Oh, you got to go back to get them from the Toyo guys." I'm like, "Okay, shit, whatever. We'll go back before we set up camp and all that kind of shit." Because we've parked kind of farther out from where the main event thing is in that covered area. We're kind of like out a ways, kind of by the meadow by ourselves a little bit, so a little bit quieter at night. But so we drove back in there, and then we saw Rafa and Sergio. They had their own little campsite set up. But they had it done up like they had the annex out and everything. Oh, yeah. They had the full like heaters going on. They're watching
Sergio about that. Yeah,
they're watching movies in there and shit. So they're like, because it dumped on them too. It was hailing up there before we got there because we were driving it, but they were all getting pelted with it. It was like that time we went to the Olaf event.
Yeah,
and it just got rained out. And I think some people may have left because on our way up there's like a shit ton of like overland rigs coming down the mountain.
You can't handle a little rain.
Yeah, I was like, what kind of overlanders are you, dude? You guys are on like big old, gladiators on 40s, and and some of them look like some company vehicles coming down the hill. I'm like, okay,
like the vendors leave or something.
Yeah,
probably going to their Airbnbs.
Yeah, probably. But a lot of vendors did stuck. When we got up there was still a lot there. They were sticking it out. So Sunflare and a bunch of other people. Tony gave a Venture Power Solutions. He was up there.
Oh, yeah.
He gave a class with Sunflare.
I saw him like talking by the Sunflare guy.
Yeah. So they gave a class. Jimmy, it was Overland Coffee, was out there. Cody, Expedition America, he was out there giving classes as well, like recovery classes and stuff like that. So that was rad. I missed all the classes because they got done at like 4:00 right when we got there. Like right when we got there, the last class they're giving was Bound for Nowhere, Mac and Owen, their YouTube. They were out there, which in their freaking bitchin' Tundra 4-wheel camper with the red white with the retro stripes on it. Oh, thing's so clean. I love their truck. But yeah, they're out talking. I didn't even get to hear what they were saying. I was kind of bummed. I wouldn't mind to watch that one. And I guess if every class you go to, and if you get a raffle ticket, and then if you ask questions during the classes, they'll give you extra raffle tickets. So like
trying to encourage participation
because you couldn't buy raffle tickets.
Oh no!
Yeah, you get one with entry, and then for every class you go to, so they try to get you people.
Yeah, they want people to go to classes.
Go to the classes,
That's
which
smart.
is good though. You should go to them
smart.
anyways. And like there's some of them like I wouldn't mind going to anyways. They're informative. Why not?
Yeah.
Something to do at camp. Yeah, some of the camp because of the weather, so you had to cancel some of them. But yeah, they were, and they had some rad raffle prizes. They were,
Did you win?
What do you think?
No.
Exactly. And it was
what
funny.
about anybody else we know?
So it was funny. We were set up there, right? And we were all, at the picnic table, kind of gathered together, our little group or whatever. And people were like, that guy fucking Adam isn't here, is he? If he's fucking here, I'm gonna be pissed, dude. Because fucking last time he won like everything, dude. And like people like not in our group was like, that guy's not here again this year, is he? Like, so yeah. Luckily Adam didn't show up, but Allison won like 3 things, and people were like, "The fuck!" You know?
What did Allison win?
Oh man, she won. I think she won some Midland radios, and then she won an RC car.
Oh, nice.
It was a rad, like I think it was like a black Bronco, an older Bronco.
That's cool.
Yeah, so I was sick, and then Sean's daughter won an RC. No, Sean's daughter won the black Bronco RC car.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And then, but Allison won one also, but she didn't want it. It was like a Land Rover. I'm like, I would have taken it, but she ended up.
Want it? What'd she do? Give it away?
Well, she was coming back, and she's like, I don't know. And some guy's like, oh, the kids wanted it, so she's like, oh, here, you just give it to your kids.
That's nice.
And he's like, no, I can't do that. So he gave her like a front runner bin. He won. He's like, I'll trade you. How about that? So it was cool. The kids got an RC car, and and she didn't need it, so yeah, it worked out good. And she won something else too. I can't remember, but she won a couple of things, and everybody's like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah.
But and then it was kind of cool. So I gotta give these guys props. So they had some wheels. I can't remember. There's two different companies I think donated some
Method
wheels.
or KMC.
I think Fuel maybe.
Fuel. Oh,
I can't remember, to be honest.
I like Fuel wheels.
I have Fuel wheels on my truck. So yeah. But yeah, so they're announcing one of the sets of wheels, and Owen from Bound for Nowhere won it. And I'm sure he has it, a million sponsors, so he actually just gave them back to raffle again, which is so stand up,
Yeah.
That's pretty rad that he did that. He could have just like, sweet, I'm going to
sold them.
They're on Vilmont, I made $1,000, but no, instead, like he just gave the prize away, which is, I respect that. That was pretty cool.
No, that's cool.
Yeah. So, but yeah, it was a lot of fun. It was cold, but it was rad, everybody just bundled. It was fun to get to bundle up, everybody had their little fucking, beanies on and bundled up, and a couple little fires going and stuff, so it was a lot of fun.
That's really cool.
Yeah, it was good. Just to see everybody hang out. There was a bunch of people. The only problem with that though is because the weather was colder and stuff. People weren't out socializing as much.
Yeah.
They did do a movie at night, and they were going to do they had one designated fire ring that they could do s'mores and stuff like that for the kids. But I didn't, we just kind of went back to our camp and did our thing. And then there's some people I wanted to hang out with and talk to, but it was too cool. Like I saw Jason was up there, and then a couple
Jason
people. With the Chevy from Lil Smokies, Greg's buddy.
Oh, yeah, that Jason.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Yeah,
I thought you were
sorry.
talking about Off Road.
No. But yeah. No, so there's a lot of people up there. And I wanted to talk to a lot more people. Everybody's kind of hibernating, doing their own thing.
Yeah.
And then, so we went back to camp, and then Norm, he decided to, he was going to make carne asada for everybody. I'm the master. I think he might be going to his shed a little bit, but but he had made us some carne asada burritos.
Oh, that's cool.
And then Sean made we were super unprepared. I didn't bring any food. I didn't bring. We'll just make hot dogs. It's just gonna be a quick overnighter. We're just gonna be in and out. Like, let's not we ate lunch. I'm not gonna eat a big dinner. So we threw some hot dogs in the bin. Didn't bring any buns. No condiments. Didn't even bring our frying pan to cook it in because it's sitting in the sink over here. We were completely hopeless. Left the jet boil sitting over here on the counter. Didn't have.
Nice.
Couldn't even boil water for coffee. We were completely useless.
Bums.
So we bummed off everybody else. But yeah, so
below average overlanding.
We were below average overlanding for sure.
At Lil Smokies, I was bumming coffee off of Sean.
Shit.
I think he gave me breakfast, and so did Adam Twigger.
I haven't had to make food in like two camping trips. It's awesome.
That's kind of nice.
Yeah. So Norm once again made me dinner. And then Chef Sean made some like a spam bowl with rice and egg, and that was delicious too.
That sounds good,
dude. It was, it's freezing out. We're all cold. It got down into the 20s.
Yeah.
So it was cold. So we were all huddled around there with like little propane fire pits and stuff, and just laughing. Oh, we had some the Westward whiskey.
Yeah.
But Norm picked up the cask, edition.
Of course.
So it was super strong, and I got faded.
Of course.
Yeah. So yeah, that was fun. Warmed us up though. And it was cold, so nobody stayed up really late. I think we were kind of probably like 9:30ish.
Yeah, when you get bundled up and go to sleep.
Yeah, we're freezing. So we were tired of the long day. So yeah, we crashed out, and it was perfect out though. You know, it was nice and chilly. Had the furnace going in there. Oh, so nice, so toasty, warm in there. Oh,
you didn't run out of power?
Nope. Plenty of solar. Well, yeah, we didn't get any solar going up, but it was enough to hold me over till the morning.
Right on.
The sun came out, but yeah. So we woke up and probably like 7 o'clock or so, got out. Still cold, but you know, just gonna get out in the morning sun, try and warm up, walking around talking to everybody. And I noticed one of my tires is bubbling, had a little pinhole.
I saw your video.
Yeah, there's a nail in it. I just look over, and because everything was wet.
Wait, there was a nail in it?
In the tire, yeah.
Okay, and then you pulled it out?
No, I saw it bubbling from the nail. Well, it looked like, I'm like, is that a nail? And then I went to move it, and then it started just bubbling, hissing. And I'm like, fuck me, dude. So, yeah, I had a nail. I have like a plug set and all that kind of stuff, but it wasn't leaking that bad. And I didn't want to pull the spare off because it wouldn't be that difficult. The OTC system's on there, and it's, you know, it's just 2 straps you got to undo, and it comes off basically. But I just didn't want to have to deal with it either because the spare is heavy as shit.
37.
So, yeah, I'm like, I don't want to lift this right now. So I'm like, you know what? Let's just get the fuck out of Dodge. You know, I want to talk to some people during the day again, but I didn't want to chance it. Like, let's just get down the hill while there's air in it, and it's not getting any worse. Let's just, you know, play it safe and get home. So yeah, it was kind of bummed. Like, they were gonna give out coffee and donuts in the morning, and we were leaving at like 8:10, and we drove by, and they hadn't gotten there yet. We're like, fuck.
Oh man!
Like, wah, wah. And like we passed it as we finally pulled out the game. We were driving down the road. We passed the truck coming in with it all. I'm like, shit.
Oh man!
So, but I didn't get my free coffee and donut. But whatever. We just went to town, down to Big Bear.
Sounds like you got enough free food and stuff.
I know. I can't be that big of a mooch.
Yeah, you can.
But yeah, no. So we ended up just rolling down into Big Bear, found some little local coffee shop, grabbed some, you know, pastries and some coffee, and then fucking rolled down the hill. And it was rad too because it was still all foggy coming down the hill and shit. Yeah,
I love that.
It's so rad, and like, it makes you not want to come home. That's the only problem. Like, the whole time I'm like, yeah, and then you come down out of the mountains where it's all rad and cold and foggy, and you know,
I just want to win the lottery.
it's dope. And then you come down like driving through the city on the freeway, and it's all warm and hot now. I'm like, ugh.
Yeah,
But it was nice.
I get it.
It was nice, even just for the night. It was nice to get away, and I appreciate Toyo for putting on the event and stuff, and everybody who showed up there. That was a cool event. You know, fun time.
nice.
Yeah.
Well, wish I could have made it. I love Holcomb Valley Ranch. Like I said,
Such a rad
win
place.
this Powerball, I'm gonna buy it. But
Yeah, look forward to that. That's where the chili cook-off will be at Holcomb Valley Ranch.
yeah,
hopefully.
dude, we'll have an event every other weekend.
Every weekend, dude.
Every other weekend. Because I
Every-
gotta have some weekends off.
We won't play too.
Yeah. Well, hopefully I win.
At least once a month.
You want to get to some plugs?
Whoo! Sure.
I mean, we plugged all our sponsors.
I know I'm like, who's left, but I do have a couple. We can plug a few.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, I'll go first. Sure, why not? Sure, no pressure. Yeah. Okay, yeah. So a friend of ours is doing a calendar shoot, and they're looking for people to jump on over and support the calendar. And their Instagram is Defend the Second, so you can kind of figure what that one's about. But proceeds, I believe, are going to Pause for Purple Hearts organization. It's like a veteran type organization, and that's an Instagram as well. Pause
It's
for
like
Purple
dogs
Hearts.
and veterans.
Yeah, and it's like support dogs for vets and stuff like that. And you know,
Oh, so it's like veterans that get like a
yeah,
support dog.
I believe
type
that's
deal.
how it works. Yeah,
Oh, that's cool.
so it's a rad cause. So
I like dogs.
right,
I like veterans.
You like dogs? Psh, you like veterans? Psh, you like the Second Amendment? Psh, you like
Yeah.
calendars that are pretty nice?
Hey.
Go check it out.
It's getting hot in here. So take a
Yeah, dogs. So
Dogs.
yeah, dogs.
style.
Yeah. What?
Never mind.
But yeah, go check them out. Pick up a calendar. It helps good causes. So why not?
I'll buy a calendar, but I'll have to have it shipped to Nate's house.
Oh, that's a good one. Nate's gonna get a lot of calendars.
Yeah, buddy. Is that what you got?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. My plug, and this is a serious veterans plug again.
All right, I like
Yeah,
it. I like
must-
where we're
must
at.
be- yeah.
Is it Veterans Day? No,
No.
we're just being good.
Coming up though, isn't it?
No.
No, what's in November? What is that? Yeah, it's Veterans Day.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're a little ahead.
So maybe I think that's what this is for.
Yeah.
So
for Veterans Day, go buy a calendar.
yeah, buy a calendar and then save money because Amber Waves of Grain is the name of the event. It's Amber Waves of Grain Craft Brewery. Okay, it cut off, so I can't read it all. But it's actually, hold on, here we go. Amber Waves of Grain Craft Beer Festival. Okay. It is November 4th, which is a Saturday. And it's at the Shops at Dos Lagos in Corona, California. You can get your tickets. They're available at eventbrite.com. I literally just did a Google search for Amber Waves of Grain Craft Beer Festival. Came up number one. Mm-hmm. So I'll give you the details regardless. So in fact, I'll give you a link to post, and I'll post it on the website too. But it's basically what it is you have 40 different craft breweries that are coming out. They're setting up a bunch of easy ups in the whole area of Dos Lagos, and you get a cup and you literally walk around and they fill up your cup. It's unlimited tastings from all the breweries.
Some good beers too. Shit.
Guaranteed to get you drunk, and you get a glass, and you get to have a good time. And literally all the proceeds, all the net proceeds, go to the veterans organizations. And there's going to be like a classic car show. There's going to be live entertainment. There's going to be like, it's a festival like type of thing at Dos Lagos. So really cool, but get your tickets at Eventbrite. It's $45 plus a $4.87 fee. So basically $50. So for $50, unlimited beer, you get to keep your glass, you get to support veterans, you get entertained for the day. And it is from noon to 4:30 on November 4th, Saturday.
All right.
Amber Waves of Grain Craft Brewery Festival.
Nice.
Or Craft Beer Festival.
Beer Festival.
Yeah. So I'm buying it. And if you want to, you can do the $100 version.
Ooh.
Which is the 100 Patriots Who Care. It's basically just kind of like a VIP access where they have like extra shade and seats and all that kind of stuff. You also get a challenge
section.
Yeah, you get a special challenge coin, and they only give out to 100 people. That's it.
Those are cool. Yeah.
And basically that goes to assist veterans even further. So, yeah, man, I'm gonna go.
Yeah,
sounds like fun.
Yeah,
$50 and. Like you'll spend more than that on a couple beers,
right?
And it goes to all the veterans.
Yeah,
the organization. And it's 40 different breweries. You get to taste all their beer.
Ooh, that could be dangerous.
That can be dangerous,
but it sounds like a fun time.
Yeah, it's being hosted by Dos Lagos, but Stone Church Brewery is the brewery that is putting it on like for everybody else
in there. Yeah,
and the guy who owns it, his name's Bill. He's a full bird colonel.
Oh shit,
from the Army. He almost killed me. I almost said Navy.
Watch out,
the
dude.
Army. He's an Army colonel.
Yeah.
So he owns the brewery, and he's really supporting veterans out there. So
nice.
Yeah. Amber Waves of Grain Beer Festival.
Nice. I dig it.
That's it, man. That's all I got.
That's all I got for today too.
All right. I'm gonna get some food. I need to go to bed. I gotta go to work tomorrow.
Oh, same here.
All right, guys. Well, thanks for joining us.
Yep. Thank you again to all, everybody joined us, Lil Smokies, and, participate in the camp cook-off. Hats off to all of you. It was amazing.
Yeah,
really
all of those dishes were good.
All of them were above my expectations 100%. So all our partners, that came on board.
Otsy Gear, Overland Spices, F-150 White Walker, that's to be named his new business for woodworking.
To be named.
Yeah.
In the future, yes. So
yeah, thank you all. Really appreciate it.
Really appreciate everybody. And everybody listening to us, sticking with us, even when we miss a week here or there. We really appreciate you guys. So
faux show.
So yep.
All right.
We'll get you another one here soon. So
yep. Stay tuned.
Be on the lookout.
Come join us at all the events. We'll be posting on the website soon.
Yep. We'll be somewhere. All right. Bye, y'all.
All right, guys.